Okay, so here it is, a Chevy HHR. It has a 2.2 liter 4-cylinder engine in it. It moves out pretty good for a little 4-cylinder. It's a pretty nice car overall. I'm going to show you inside the car. We're going to go for a ride in the car. Just give you an opportunity to check out one of these cars if you're thinking about buying one or was just kind of curious about the Chevy HHR. For a small car, I think they're a pretty decent small car. But yeah, we're going to go for a ride in the Chevy HHR 2.2 liter 4-cylinder, and plenty of space to use it. You got quite a bit of room there if you want to haul anything around. I mean, if you want to haul some stuff, you can haul quite a bit of stuff in the back. I mean, there's a fair amount of space there. You can haul a fair amount of stuff, or you can put the seats up, and then you do have your back seats. So I mean, the car is very functional. There's several different options you can do with it. There's a panel version as well if you wanted to use that. So this is the Chevy HHR. We'll go for a test drive now. So this is the HHR. This is just going through town a little bit, or heading out of town. I mean, like I said, it handles pretty nice. I mean, it doesn't ride like a Cadillac. It's not supposed to. I mean, but at 45, we're going like 45 miles an hour right now. At 45, yeah, it handles pretty good. Rides right along. Like it just is a nice riding car. It does have several different options. I don't know how well you can see this. You got the trip option. Of course, a lot of cars have that anymore. Fuel mileage. You can see, I just blew the horn. You can see your fuel mileage range. You can see the miles per gallon average, which is 23.9. You can see that yourself. 23.9 is the average miles per gallon on this thing. 91, I guess that's what I'm getting right at this second. Yeah, because you can see as soon as I let off the gas, it goes up. That's just showing you what you get right at this second. Average speeds 25 miles an hour. Oil life 60%. Coolant 180 degrees Fahrenheit. It does show you the tire pressures, which is handy at times. It'll also give you a warning. Got to make a turn here. Don't want to have an accident. It'll also give you a warning if you have a tire going low. So it does give you, and it shows you, of course, left rear, right rear, what the pounds per square inch is. It does give you all that information. And it gives you the temperature and how many miles, which this one has a lot of miles on it. It gets driven a lot. So we'll go out here on the highway and get it up to speed and let you go for a test drive in a Chevy HHR. Two things that I will say about the HHR that I would say that I didn't like at first. I do get used to it. Did get used to it. You feel a little bit encapsulated at first. You feel a little bit encapsulated in the car. It's a very small car. You have this big mirror for this little windshield, which you do get used to it, but it does kind of give you a little bit of a blind spot at times. You just get used to it, and you do compensate for that blind spot, but you do get a little bit of a blind spot. And then these pillars here on the side are pretty wide for the size of this windshield, and they can give you a bit of a blind spot. And then you have the pillar right here behind the driver's door, which sometimes can give you a little bit of a blind spot when you're looking to shift lanes in traffic and so forth. One thing I would suggest on the HHR, which I've done in this vehicle, is, I think you can see it, I put another mirror, one of the little mirrors, so you can kind of get that, get that blind spot a lot of times by doing that. So I'd suggest doing that. I mean, it's not a big deal. You do get used to it. It is a little bit, you feel a little bit encapsulated at first, but once you get used to it, it's not a big deal. It's just a matter of getting used to it and getting used to it with your driving habits as well. Okay, now the true test. This is what, whenever I test drive a car, one of the things I always want to do, I take it through town and stuff like that, but then I always want to get it out on the highway. Obviously, I check the brakes and everything like that, but get it out on the highway. Right now, it looks like we're around 65. The ride's really nice. I mean, it's nothing to complain about. Ride's pretty good. I mean, I don't see where there's any complaints with the HHR. Out of the 10, I would probably give it a 7 or 8. I'm not saying it's my favorite car in the world. I don't want to get a speeding ticket, but even as I'm getting up to 75, 80, you know, it's still riding pretty nice. You know, nothing major. There's 80 miles an hour. Gonna let off. Don't really want to get a speeding ticket out here on the highway, but yeah, I mean, it does a pretty good job. So I'm Russ with Sparky's Ads. I thank you for watching this video, and you have a great day.